How's it going, you guys? It's Max here. I was just recently invited to the closed beta for WarFace, a new game by Crytek. Or is it Crytek? Or oh yeah. Crytek is the producer or whatever, and then Crygen 3 is the graphics. That's what they're using for it. Um, I have seen some gameplay of it on YouTube, but I'm not really sure if you're able to. I think the producers themselves actually uploaded the gameplay that they show you, but because I don't want to get risk getting sued or anything. I'm not gonna risk posting up any gameplay. But for now, I have joined a game of Versus. I tried playing co-op, but the game is a bitch to start up. Like whenever you go to start up the game, just gives you like a black screen, and you're just sitting there with a blank face. Like, well, what do I do now, Crytek? Well, it is the closed beta, so you expect those kind of bugs, stuff like that. It'll be a lot easier to, start up the game, obviously. Um, Actually, the game itself is completely in beta. Like the program that they use to it's almost like Battlelog, but Crytek. Like Crytek is Battlelog, and it's still in beta. And basically, to add friends, they're called seeds, and a seed would be like a friend request on Battlelog or Facebook. But I don't know. It's kind of like a weird aspect to. It's I don't know. It's like Battlelog, but it's a little more complicated than Battlelog. I think once you try to get used to it, I think it'll become a lot more easier to use. But for now, let's stick to the game. First game I joined, I actually meant to join Team Deathmatch because that's one of my favorite game types. But I ended up joining this one game mode. I think it's called Plant the Bomb. Basically, it's like a search and destroy demolition type of thing. What I've noticed is that there's a lot of players on each team. Actually, no, sorry about that. The maximum amount of players on each team is 16. But don't worry, because the maps are kind of medium close range. So basically, what that means is that an SMG is going to excel in this. I really wish I could post some gameplay of me using the SMG because it rapes so much ass, I swear. The shotgun is really good as well. It gives you like a one hit. I was talking to my friend, I was like, finally, a one game where a shotgun gives you a one hit to the chest in close quarters, like when you're straight up right in front of the guy. Because I know in a lot of times, Battlefield 3, like you shoot a guy in the arm and you get a freaking hit mark, he's down to like 10% health, and that's not cool at all. So yeah, shotgun's definitely a plus. For long range, it gives you tons of hit marks. So, when I initially first started playing this game, it gives you the option to play this training thing where it goes over all the controls, all the classes, how to switch your class. Basically, if you're alive and you want to, let's say you're on the engineer kit, which basically allows you to repair your armor and repair other people's armor, and that's the class that you get an SMG in, and you also get a claymore on it as well. Basically, you hit escape, you click on the class that you want to play, because it gives you in like a list like assault, medic, recon, or support, and they're pretty much all the same classes as Battlefield 3. They just give you kind of different stuff in them. So basically, I think it's kind of like BFBC 2, where the assault kit or the medic kit actually, I wouldn't say medic because it doesn't heal you, but the assault kit with the assault rifle, it actually gives you ammo, like in Battlefield Bad Company 2, and then the LMG kit, like the support, it actually gives you health. So it's kind of weird. Engineer kit, like I said, gives you claymores, and recon, I have not really had any experience or playtime with recon, but I know the snipers and the sniping are really fun to do. But anyways, back onto the maps. So CQB to medium range, I would highly recommend if you are in the CQB, or why did I say CQB, and the closed beta. I recommend sticking with the SMG because the SMG is complete boss. It's like XM8 prototype mode in Battlefield Bad Company 2. It's like an M5K, but they actually call it like a I forgot what it's called, like a Z78 SMG or something like that, but it's really nice. I like it. The rate of fire definitely gives you a really good advantage over people that are using like the LMGs or the assault rifles, or even the shotguns at some points, because the shotguns, like I said, give you a lot of hit markers that ranges like 20 feet or further apart. They give you a lot of hit marks, so definitely SMG is good for CQB and medium range. I would definitely say this game is kind of like a mix of Counter-Strike and Call of Duty. Not the bad Call of Duties either, like Modern Warfare 2 and Counter-Strike Global Offensive, because you can still see your HUD. Well, I mean, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, you can still see your HUD, but like the hip-fire margins, you can still see those, like in Modern Warfare 2. But, anyways, yeah, it's definitely a mix of those types of games. But in the training mode, what I saw for the customizability, you actually press C, and it's almost like, how can I say this? If you've played Crysis 2, which most people have, you can switch the attachments, and you know, like your guy kind of flips your gun to the side at a side angle, and you can see what kind of like optics and like your perks for each weapon, like different attachments. And I'm not sure if you can do that in game or in like an actual multiplayer match, but I'm pretty sure you can. But you can actually customize your weapon in game. So if you have a CQB scope for like an assault rifle, like a red dot sight or a holographic, during mid game, like let's say you see a guy far off in the distance, he's camping with a sniper, and you're like, oh man, I gotta get this noob. You can switch to like an ACOG sight if you've unlocked it already, and it'll actually come in a lot of handy that way. So it's like customizing your kit after you die in Battlefield 3, but then again, you don't have to die in order to do that. But obviously you can't like switch your kit like One Man Army Pro in Modern Warfare 2. So it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's Battlefield 3, Counter-Strike, and Call of Duty combined, but it's more, it has a Call of Duty feel, but then again, it has a more realistic aspect like Battlefield 3, if you know what I'm saying. Another thing is teamwork is essential in WarFace. In the training session that they give you before you, I mean, it's optional, like I said before, but before you go into like versus or co-op, you get a training session, and basically there's this AI that's waiting for you, and he can help you climb up large walls, so you can actually like, and it does the animation too. You don't just like slide up like in Call of Duty. When you go up a ladder, you just hear your guy placing his hands and feet on the ladder, and you just slide up. Like you can actually see your guy like grab onto the ledge, climb himself up, and then he turns around and he actually reaches out your character's hand and grabs for the AI below to help him up as well. So right then and there, teamwork is definitely a great aspect. As for mantling and stuff like that, that's also very good. I don't think it's just as perfected as Battlefield 3. I'm not saying Battlefield 3 is perfect with mantling, but a lot of games other than Battlefield 3 have done mantling really bad. Like you just kind of glide over the obstacle. Like in Battlefield 3, you can see your guy's legs kind of like swoop forward. That's kind of like this game, but it's not really as it's not really, how can I say this? It's not really as noticeable as Battlefield 3. Like you can hop over walls and stuff, and you can sort of notice it, but like you can definitely tell that you are mantling instead of like gliding over it. Another thing that's really cool is like it's kind of like Call of Duty Black Ops, and instead of dolphin diving, you can actually slide. I'm not sure if any other game has ever done this. I think Crysis has done it, right? I'm not really sure about that. I'm not really sure about the controls of Crysis, but anyways, yeah, you can slide, and you can slide under obstacles. Basically, what you just have to do is you have to hold down Shift, which is sprint for, you know, of course, basically all games, and you just press F, and you can slide. So you can slide under like, you can slide to cover, or you can slide under like cargo trucks, or you know, I don't know. I haven't had much experience with the game because it is closed beta. Like I said before, the game is a bitch to start up. But anyways, there's also a cool implement that they added to WarFace, and that's basically in the training session. You're also able to demonstrate how to push an object so that you can. It's almost like having a shield. Like if you've seen the 300, they're holding their shields and they can walk, like they can hold it above their heads, and they can kind of walk forward at the same time so that they're covered from, you know, like spears and swords and stuff like that, while gaining ground as well. And that's what you can demonstrate in the training session. Like, there's one part where you get behind a van, and it does seem kind of realistic right now, but once you start actually doing it for yourself, it's actually a really cool thing that they implemented. Is you can back yourself up behind like a van or a garbage can, and you can move forward at the same time. It kind of sucks that you can't fire, but you can only push the object in one direction, I think. But it's just pretty cool. I think that'll come in handy in like tactical situations, like an objective is pinned down by like a couple people in some sniping positions, and you just kind of have to move up, but you don't want to, you know, get caught out in the open. But anyways, that's pretty much it for WarFace, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Closed Beta is definitely really rocking. Once the full game actually comes out, I think I'll try it out and get it, depending on how good the closed beta is going later on. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Rate, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, happy killing.